Hi everybody. Okay, here we are. We're live from Sydney Harbour, and I won't see if anyone's on just yet. What I do need is, as soon as you come on, please tell me how the sound is, because I'm using a different method of muting the wind. The wind really picked up, so I'm trying something different. Hi Melanie, how you going? And I can see that there's one other person on. We're here at Sydney. Look, this is the beautiful, look, what a city, huh? Melanie, you don't need to press that button. That's if you want to co-present with me. Hi Anne, how you going? Please let me know what the sound is like, because I'm using a different form of microphone, and I've muffled it with a little knitted scarf. Like it's got its own little personal knitted scarf. Hi Sarah. Okay, so we've got 7 people on. Excellent. Thank you all for coming along. I know that in some parts of the world this is a tricky time. It looks like my horizon is slightly wonky again. I keep doing this somehow, don't I? Don't know why that is, but I made it as level as I possibly could. It's all good, sound and picture. Excellent. Thank you, Melanie. Hi Robin. Yeah, no problem at all. Hi Sarah, welcome. Okay, so we're just waiting for the minutes to tick down. At 6 o'clock we expect all the lights to come on. 6 o'clock at night here in Sydney. So why don't I... Hi Natalie from the Netherlands, welcome. Welcome to beautiful Sydney. Okay, so I'm going to come over here. Let me just turn the camera around very, very quickly. Hi Bronwyn. Hi, don't know how long I'll be here for, but I'll enjoy what I can. You're very welcome, Bronwyn. So this is what the city looks like before the lights go on. Well, there's an awful lot of lights here as it is, isn't it? I'm standing right in front of the Park Hyatt Hotel at this point here, and we're underneath. There's the Sydney Harbour Bridge. And across the waterway over there, that's where Luna Park is. All right, I'm going to turn the camera around very quickly just to introduce myself. I'm not sure if I've met Natalie before. I have seen you on other tours, Natalie, but can't remember if I've seen you on mine. Oops, wrong button. So I know I'm not going to be lit up very much at the moment, but hi, welcome to Sydney, and let's enjoy Vivid together. Okay, let's turn it back around because we don't want to miss a second. All right, so I'm not sure what the time is, but it was 5:02 when I turned the camera on, so it can't be too far away. Okay, so the plan of action for tonight is we're starting here at what's called Dawes Point, which is underneath the Sydney Harbour Bridge. Just over here is the Sydney Harbour Bridge, and right behind me there's an installation right there which is going to be turned on in a moment. There'll be displays on the pylon over here, and of course the star of the show being the Sydney Opera House. So I thought I'd start right here, but there's going to be lots of other installations as we walk around the circular quay as well. So we're going to walk around in this direction, around here, and there'll be various things along there as well. So we're literally just waiting for the clock to tick over. Hi Carolyn, welcome. There's a ferry going past. Okay, must be close. Wow, the one behind me's come on. Here, look, this is the one behind me, and the display on the pylon has come on as well. But we don't want to miss the Opera House. There it is, just starting now. Okay, hi Lauren. Yeah, time zones are really tricky in my part of the world, Natalie. All right, so in the description for this tour, I have put the events that we'll be attempting to see, or the installations that we're attempting to see. This year marks the 50th anniversary of the Sydney Opera House, and the artist whose works are being featured on the sails, his name is Dr. John Olsen, and he contributed actually at the beginning, but he passed away just last month at the age of 95. So let me see if I can zoom in. Let me see. So I'm going to get in nice and close and let's just watch it. Hi Claire. Hi Tariq. See if I can get in a little bit closer. So John Olsen is an artist who depicted nature and landscapes in his own unique style. Hi Stephanie. And I think we're going to get a chance to see this more than once tonight. Once the cycle finishes, we'll move on and see other things. Yeah, isn't it spectacular, Robin? Isn't it beautiful? How's the picture looking? Is it nice and clear? What a canvas, huh? Thanks, Lauren. Thanks, Robin. Not so clear, Carolyn. If the others are getting a clear picture, maybe try refreshing yours. Hi, Claire. I'm not sure if I said hi to you already. That's beautiful. Oh, thanks, Lauren. Yeah, wow, indeed, Robin. It's stunning. So I think that bird there is a brolga, which is a bird of the wetlands of northern Australia. Okay, we have a frog emerging, I think. Yep. Wow. They picked the perfect artist for this event. It's so beautiful. We're about to be interrupted by a great big cruise ship with Vivid Sydney plastered along the side of it. I guess it's all part of the thing, isn't it? Here it comes. All right, I need to try and work out where the end of this rotation is. Oh, it's still going. Okay, great. Excellent. It's a bird flying across. I'd say that's a wedge-tailed eagle. Go away. Yes, it's gone now. We did that one year, Robin. We did the little harbour cruise. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. You did it too, Lauren. It's spectacular, isn't it? Has my picture suddenly gone fuzzy? No, it's okay. It's just my eyesight, I think. Yeah, it definitely is, Robin. I'm out of focus. All right. What I'm going to do is pinch in and pinch out again. Let's see what happens. Is that better? Hi, Julie. Okay, just the pattern you think. I think this finishes soon anyway, so we'll move on to the next installation in a moment. I'm just trying to figure out if this is the end or not. What do you think? Has it been round a rotation yet? I can't tell. Through the camera, through the screen. No, this is new. Yeah, I don't want to miss a second of it, Catherine, so we'll stay put. It really is, isn't it, Bronwyn? So the snake features in a lot of Dreamtime stories. I'm not sure if that's what that's meant to be represented there. Yeah, Harbour Patrol. That's gorgeous. Oh, we've got another cruise ship's about to come past from our right this time. This one's got tall masts. Luckily no sails, because that really would muck us up. It's going very slowly. Well, maybe he's not going to come past us. There it is, just there. Hi, Chippo, is it? Hi, welcome. Oh, we have seen this bit before. Okay, so we've seen the full rotation now. So I'll move on, and every now and again we'll look across, and we'll keep, because the Opera House is always in full view. So let's have a look at some of the other things. So up on the Harbour Bridge, there's a display up there featuring wildlife. So we've got plants and animals and nature, birds. Oh my goodness, Stephanie, that's really late. I can't do that time ever. And then in front of it, this is called Dandelion. So let's watch Dandelion for a moment. I'll come over here so we can there's a magpie up there. Let me see the magpie. And that's bottle brush. I want to stand back a bit. I don't want to trip over going backwards. So we're going to get, this is the rainbow lorikeet up here in the bottle brush. And there's a big palm tree in my way. So I just need to try and get it so that, okay, so there's the yellow-tailed black cockatoo. It's really hard to get it all in. Come this way. I didn't think they were flannel flowers, Bronwood, but they might have been. You mean the ones that were on the pylon? There's bats, I think, now. Is that bats? Yeah, I think so. Need a big breath. Well, actually, speaking of that, you can actually go inside it. We'll do that in a moment. Let's have a look at a little bit more of what's happening on the pylon first, though. Okay. Of course, with Facebook, you can't turn your camera sideways. So we are fixed to a landscape orientation. Okay, so that would be the bogong moths, which are really important for Indigenous cultures, the bogong moths. They fly through Canberra. And then these are some kind of a parrot. I'd say it's probably a grassland parrot, not one that I'm familiar with in the city. What don't you like, Robin? The bats or the moths? Oh, cockatiels. Here we go. There's a cockatiel. And that looks like, maybe, is that a budgerigar? No, I don't know what that is. The big moths. All right, I'm going to head towards because there's lots of displays. We're going to see bigger and better ones as well. So what I want to do is get inside this thing first though, because I know you can go inside it. And apparently if you wave your arms around it does things. So we're going to give that a try. Oh, my way is blocked by a chain, so I have to go over here. So there's the beautiful city in the meantime. Am I still zoomed in? I think I might be. Hold on. Oh, gee, they make it difficult. I've got to walk all the way around there. You don't like bats? I'm okay with bats. But when you walk around where they're living, they can be a bit smelly. That's the only thing. Okay, so I found the way in. Hi.
This is the exit, sorry. Entrance is on that side.
Oh, right. Thank you so much. We're trying to go in the out. So we're going to go find the way in, which is around here somewhere. So I've put a big description in the notes for the tour, in the description for the tour, that describes each of the installations, who the artist is, where they're from, and there's a sentence or two on some of them as to what they were striving for with their piece. So here we go. Hi, Sahib. So we're about to go inside the dandelion. The interactive part. I'm not sure what happens. Sure what happens when you touch the thing. Anyway, very colourful and bright. Okay, let's go find some other things to look at. So there's the opera house in the distance as we walk. We'll keep an eye on that while we walk around to the next installation. Okay, we might lose sight of it sometimes just because I can't walk with it at my back. But there's a beautiful tree over there. We're going to go and see that. And then there's at least 2, possibly 3 more buildings that have got projections on the front of them, so there's lots more to come. And actually, here's one of them we're seeing from a distance. We'll get closer to that. But we're starting to see the ASEAN clock tower with the projection on the front of it. So we're going to go and get a whole lot closer to that. So we're walking around alongside the Park Hyatt Hotel. We'll go over towards that tree, but this is the hotel here. And you can see that the Sydney Harbour Bridge is being lit up from underneath now as well. Hi Evie, welcome. So the artist for this tree, his notes were along the lines of including the merging of nature with technology. So he made some point of reference about humanity merging with technology. I'm not sure exactly what he's getting at there. Yes, right underneath the Park Hyatt. This is where we are now, Bronwyn, sorry. This is the Park Hyatt Hotel here. In fact, I'll get you a very cool shot. It's a little nifty little trick that I learnt from another guide. So, bear with me. We just need to get it over here. All right, let me see if I can do this. Did that work? Tell me if that worked. It's quite a neat little trick. It's groovy, huh? You like that, Robin? You want another one? We'll do it again. I think it's very cool. I like it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Bronwyn. And I was actually expecting a lot more people, but perhaps they come out later. So I'm quite happy that it's not terribly crowded. Are there two bridges? No, this is actually right underneath the... Oh, don't want that. Right underneath the on-ramp or the off-ramp, the approaches of the Sydney Harbour Bridge. The arch is off to our right from here now, Natomy. You go every year, do you, Lauren? Yeah, I would have if I was younger and lived closer. But since I am the age that I am, and I live quite a long way, like a good hour, there's a couple of foxes. People dressed up with fox heads on. All right, so this is one of the light installations as well, the birds. Here we go. You've got to be quick to catch them. They're just on these lamp poles here. So that's supposed to represent a crimson rosella, and then it changes again. What's it going to be next time? A galah, perhaps? Rainbow lorikeet? I'm not sure. But it's a stylized depiction of all our different birds. And then we have this gorgeous tree.
Yeah, it was.
And it's talking to us. Oh, is that what they are, Lauren? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Here we are looking out at the Opera House again. Alright, so this is, I think, about the tree. Let me see. SM Projects. Sydney-based art and design practice founded by directors Dr. Sarah Barnes and Michael Kalali? Not sure. So, yes. And there's a QR code if you need more details. Superorganism. This is what I was looking for. And it says, if you know how to listen, trees have a lot to say. Superorganism imagines the rich past and present of an ancient tree into an illuminated canopy and soundscape. Oh, yeah, the Opera House. No, that was the reflection. So I was standing right next to a window at the Park Hyatt Hotel, and when I put my phone right up next to the glass, next to the window, it reflects beautifully. The effect is quite lovely. So there's some waterfront restaurants along here in some old converted warehouses, which are quite lovely. And then over on our left, we still have the Opera House. I missed something there with Bronwyn. I hope it was I hope it wasn't anything too serious. So this is the second illuminated building, the one that we saw a moment ago. And this one is, imagining that a building is an organic being. So it's asking us to imagine that the building has a life force and that life flows through it. The inner workings are organic. Okay. I'm getting a battery warning, so bear with me while I sort this out. 1 second. Might be a little jolt on the camera while I plug my battery in. Bear with me. Oh. Okay, it's not working. There, I think I'm sorted now. Hi, Faith. Right, plug that in, turn that on, and we should be right to go. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So that's pretty gorgeous, isn't it? Look at that, isn't that beautiful? So we're standing at Campbell Cove. We're outside these waterside restaurants. Let Let me zoom in a little bit. I don't want to lose the top of the clock tower. This building here is now an art gallery. It used to be warehouses. It's built in the Dutch, what is it? Dutch something or other style. And it's now the home of the Ken Doan Art Gallery. Just give that a couple more minutes and then we'll keep moving. Okay, let's go over this way because we have the big Vivid banner right in front of the Opera House. And from here we can see the Harbour Bridge. I'll turn around and show you that in a moment. But it looks like people are queuing up to have their photos taken next to this big Vivid sign. We're not going to do that. We'll just stand up here. Thank you. There we go. There's the big Vivid sign. And then over here, look at the bridge. So both pylons have projections on them. It's just that the other one's a little further away. That looks pretty awesome, doesn't it? With the Park Hyatt, the bridge, the dandelion. Looks awesome. Okay, let's go and see some more things. I'm not sure what all the noise is about. There must be some street entertainment here. We can, if we see what's happening, we'll stop. Pause for a moment, see what he's doing.
Thank you. I like you too. Rule 2, see up the first right, and clap. Rule 3, see up the next view.
All right. He's the performer.
Here we go. We're going to kick it off with the fire. We're going to finish.
Here's this building again, the ACN clock tower. Really just looks like a beating heart and lungs, doesn't it? With the projection that's on there.
Here we go. Ladies and boys and girls, I'm ready to start my show. Are you ready to see a show? Say yeah! I love your energy. Let's do this.
All right. Let's keep moving because there's lots more to see. And we've got all the street trucks we've got to try and sort of move past. The food trucks along here. This is the overseas passenger terminal where we are right now. And there's a couple of food trucks set up here. So we'll just quickly scoot past them to the next installation, which is called Waterfall. And I think from memory this was a Colombian artist who's behind this one. So it starts from the top. It's the same building, the ACN clock tower, right just around the side of it. And then if we... Claire, sorry to disappoint you. You probably will do something spectacular eventually, but we've got spectacular things to see as well. Sorry about that. Sometimes you just don't know how long you have to hang around to watch them actually reach the excuse me, the climax of their performance. Oops, banged my head on something. Go, you're right. Okay, people are being very kind to me, ducking and pausing and all sorts of things, and in an environment with like this where there's so many people, it's really impractical, I think, to expect people to stop and pause. I should work around them, not the other way around. It's all part of the show. Yeah, I guess so, Claire. All right, so here we are with the waterfall in the background, and I want to get this building here because it just looks lovely with all its lights on. Here we go. Okay. And that's the old sailor's home, I think, from memory. It's hard to see what they all are at night time. Okay, so this is like sideshow alley up here. We've got to try and navigate our way through this first before we get to the MCA, the Museum of Contemporary Art, where there is a really lovely projection that I want you to see. So really this is just all sideshow alley stuff, food trucks around here. But first coffee, not at this time of night, good heavens no. So we've got Stroop Brothers. That sounds like something that Natami would be familiar with. Gozlemi, chips on a stick. We're almost at the Museum of Contemporary Art. Nearly there. This looks like something that kids can go in, I guess. It says fairy floss. Okay, almost there. So here's the Opera House in relation to where we are right now, over in that direction. This is Circular Quay, where the ferries come in, and that's where I'll be catching my train from. And then over here, have a look at this. So this is the Museum of Contemporary Art. The artist, her name is Marie Clark, and she's a Yorta Yorta woman. This installation, this projection is called Bararararunga, and it's an indigenous word from the Kulin Nation which means country. Hi Romala. I just want to find a spot where we can see all of it. I feel like I'm too close.
Those diagonal pieces using it. That's a question I don't
I didn't even notice, Robin. You're right. Just someone up there working late. Wow. That's incredible, isn't it, Bronwyn? Oh, wow. So the central theme of this projection is the seagrasses, and the artist, her preferred medium is oversized woven necklaces made from seagrasses. So this is kind of an interpretation drawn from that, as I understand it, from what I read. And we're back to the beginning. All right, so we're going to move on because the last projection I want you to see is on the front of Customs House. And that is over in this direction. There's a couple of installations between here and there. So we'll try and catch those on the way, and then we'll go over to Customs House. Can anyone tell me how long we've been going for? Hi, Sarah. Should we watch a busker for a moment? minutes. Oh, Catherine, I better get move on. Thank you for that. I've got a little bit of time up my sleeve, but not a whole lot, because it takes me. I've got to get the seven. What time is it? 7:45 train, I think it is, from Central. So I've got to make my way up to Central. But this one's called Supernova. Hi, Carol. So there's a bunch of these. I think there's 2 or 3. And it would help if I could actually find the signage for it. But it was something to do with comparing humanity to the cosmos or something along those lines. Let me see if I can find the information. As in, we're all connected. I think he said something like, stardust runs in our blood because the iron comes from the stars, or something along those lines. And this one actually seems to have a mist coming off it, so I don't know if it's just the lights because they're putting out some heat. Champagne supernova in the sky. Okay. So there's this one here, and there's 3 more over here. Okay, here it is. I found it. Let's go and have a look and see what it has to say. Right. They are rather interesting, aren't they? Oh, it's a line from a song. Thanks, Claire. I'm being very vague, aren't I? So the artist is from the UK. All right, here we go. Supernova plucks dormant stars from the skies and plants them at Vivid Sydney, ready for a show each night as they reignite and suddenly burn bright. And don't miss the spectacular supernova, a star's magnificent explosion of light and energy that can outshine an entire galaxy. Hi, Parko. So there's the QR code if you need any more information on this. Let's hightail it over to Customs House, because that's the one that I really would like to show you. When I came in here this afternoon on the train, it was raining and it was cold. So I've got my polar fleece jacket wrapped around my waist, carrying this great big umbrella, which is a pain, total pain. Okay, Customs House is just across the road and up a bit. Oops.
I like this.
There's something else over there as well. Shall we have a quick look? Just across the tram lines. What's this one called? See what this one says. Losting. It says it aims to confuse a jungle contained in a cube of double mirrors. It's a portal into a strange, ever-shifting world as its mirrors oscillate between transparent and reflective. Okay, let's go back and have another look at it. and get myself out of it. You don't want me in there. Okay, let's get some buildings in the background. Some of our lovely city buildings. That's a cool shot. I'm sorry. That's a cool shot. Okay. Customs House, here we come. Oh, I've never seen the AMP building lit up like that before. It looks amazing. Oh, I know what you mean, Bronwyn. I was hopeless trying to take snaps on somebody else's tour the other day. It's like, how do I do this? Screenshots and marquee, you know, grabbing part of the screen because I didn't want all the extra stuff. Yes, we'd miss the postcard button, don't we? Lots of foodie smells around here. It's a big food hall over on my right. Okay, now this one is called Inside Out. And basically it's a collaboration with the Australian Design School, Museum of Design. And they have used patterns from fabrics and wallpapers and all that sort of thing from the 60s through to the 80s, and that forms the basis of this projection. And I just need to find a spot where we don't have stuff in front of us. Okay, here we go. All right, looks like we might have timed it right between the rotations, so excellent. This is cool. This is cool. Isn't it, Sarah? Breathtaking. Yes, Tariq, the 3D aspect of it is just mind-blowing. Turning the building into a 3D object as well, not just the projections, but making the building appear three-dimensional. Like, well, you know what? It's obviously it's three-dimensional. You know what I mean? This is coming up to the end. Oh, someone's big head in the way. You're very welcome, everybody. Hi, Jasmine. Wow, wow, wow. I'm clapping with one hand. Wow. That was sensational. Absolutely sensational. Like, speechless. I have no words. No meaningful words anyway. There is one last tiny little thing over here, and then I'm going to say goodbye. We're actually going to finish up over at the waterfront. Now I want everybody to post all those pictures in the in the Live Virtually group. Please, 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 please. Tell everyone how wonderful it was, so that they'll all come back and watch the recording afterwards. And of course, if you loved it, I'd be really grateful for anything that you can help me out with. Would be wonderful. I'm not going to go through that way. That's where the facilities are, the bathrooms. We'll go around. So there's one last installation over here. And it's called Sonder, S-O-N-D-E-R. I'm not sure what that is meant to mean. I did all this reading about all these installations and half of it's escaped me. So we'll read the blurb again. It's called Sonder. And yeah, thanks, Bronwyn. Okay, Tariq says that the bear's been mesmerised. Thanks, Tariq. All right, so this one says that it's named after the profound realisation that every stranger you see has a rich, complex inner life. Sonder celebrates the colourful worlds within us all. Let's go take a look. Everybody, I'm going to turn the camera around and say good night to you all. I hope you've enjoyed it. I enjoyed having an excuse to come here. You guys allowed me to come. So here we go. We're at Circular Quay. Let me turn this camera around. I don't know if you're going to be able to see me or not. Let's just give it a go. All right, everyone. So thanks everyone for joining me. I've loved it. It's been a few years since I've been to Vivid, but I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed coming, and I was glad that I was able to bring you along. So I'm going to catch a train home. I've got a big trip home, and please, yes, come back and watch it all from the beginning. Sarah, that's great. It'll be up there on my Facebook page, so you can catch it later or whenever's convenient for you. But please share postcards if you can. That would be wonderful. All right, everyone. Thank you again, and I'll just turn the camera around so that you get one last look at Circular Quay. All right. Okay. Bye for now. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, everybody. Finishing now.